218 people responding against the man. 218 people who see him as deviant. 218 people who see him astray. 218 people who happens to agree with Sheikh Rabi and who have came to the conclusion after their own study of the issue. 218. So why are you coming, Goldie? Why are you coming and presenting the issue like it's just between one or two sheikhs? It's just between one and two sheikhs. And it's just ikhtilaf. It's just a small thing. Luhidan speaks about it. That's nothing. Salih Tuhaimi speaks about it. That's nothing. Ahmad Najmi, Zayd Madkhali, this one, that one. Don't mean anything. It's just a small issue. Yet isn't it kind of strange that this small issue got you running around making tawbah? That this small issue got you going here and there trying to clarify yourself? You would have to agree that the issue's not as small as you thought it was. Or you try to make it.
I don't see the man as being a deviant. That is the position of other ulama who are not considered to be deviants.
Jayyid. He won't mention to us those other ulama who hold his position. It would have been better for him to mention to us them before he mentioned himself. That this is the opinion of Sheikh and such and such and such, and I agree with it. This is an adab of a student of knowledge, but you don't have no adab these days. But nevertheless, it would have helped his case, wouldn't it, if he had mentioned? Unless he was fearing that people know his ace in the hole. That people know his undercard. And that he's going to mention Abdul Muhsin Abbad. Well, we know that Goldie spoke before Abdul Muhsin Abbad spoke. I argued with this issue with him before Abdul Muhsin Abbad al-Badr spoke. Now to claim now that just because this sheikh said such and such, then now I'm with him and like this, to claim this matter now is really being deceitful. It's really been deceitful. You held a position before the sheikh spoke, and now you're trying to make it as if your conclusions were due to the conclusions of the sheikh or something like this. And another thing I don't like him saying is other ulama. Abu Usaamah, Taqillah, you're not from the ulama. So to say other ulama will indicate what? Listen.
And as being a deviant. That is the position of other ulama who are not considered to be deviants.
Other ulama. I want to say, well, you're carrying it too far, maybe. No, that's the reality. If you see yourself in that position, this is the position of other ulama. Another thing, there's a lot of reason why a scholar can say something in an issue and not be considered a deviant, and you say the same thing and you consider it a deviant. Oh, he doesn't know this? Scholar has said something based upon a certain amount of ilm, based upon a certain position, based upon certain matters and everything else. It might be his ijtihad that led him to that. But you're a person who can't make ijtihad aslan. So what are you doing this? Where did you get this from? Understand this point. It's not for any fool to do whatever he wants to say in the deen of Allah Ta'ala. And then if his method or his program leads him into agreement with the scholars to say, well, the scholars are deviant, so I'm not a deviant. In order for you to call me a deviant, you have to call the scholar a deviant. Imam Ahmad used to say about these type of people, whether they're wrong or they're right, they're wrong. Whether they're wrong, brother, or they're right, they're wrong. Because they didn't take the proper method. They didn't take the proper method.
So what I wanted to say here today, Ikhwan, at the masjid here, Masjid al-Rahma, is that if anybody here has some advice, some hujjah, some dalil, some burhan, in which it is a case where I become a deviant, wallahi, I'm here to listen to that advice right now and to make a clear, decisive tawbah from that kalima, a tawbah from that particular statement. I came here to Masjid al-Rahma.
Allahu musta'an, Allahu musta'an. Akhi, ittaqillah. Fear Allah. Now you come in for advice. And you already had the understanding of what you were supposed to do. So you want to make a clear tawbah. But once you arrive at Masjid Rahmah, now you need hujjaj, evidence, buraheen, proofs. Because he might think nobody know what these words mean, so we might, well, kick them out there. Hujjaj, buraheen, adillah. They all mean the same thing, man. Let's not get all worked up. They all mean the same thing. SubhanAllah. Okay, so he wants this from the people now. And he wants the people at Masjid Rahman. He keeps emphasizing Masjid Rahman, and I tell you that's because he's using Masjid Rahman. He's messing with Masjid Rahman. He's playing with Masjid Rahman. He's taking advantage of Masjid Rahman. He's getting mileage and prestige out of the name of Masjid Rahman. He keeps saying it. So here I am at Masjid Rahman. Yeah. Like the cafe in the old days, at the Waldorf Astoria. Who cares where you're at, Tahi? Taqillah ya rajul. Who cares where you're at? The point of the matter, now you want from our brothers, our general brothers, to give you that which I guess you couldn't get anywhere. I guess you couldn't went to Sheikh Rabi and got no hujjaj, no buraheen, no adillah. I guess this sheikh that you love so much at the Mosque on the Bar, you couldn't have called him. There's no one in the Haramain you could have got that from. Hujjaj and buraheen. No one you could have called in the dunya who had knowledge of Kitab wa Sunnah and the Minhaj Salaf al-Salih and could have rectified your matters and guided you in this issue. You had to come to Newark and get it from the brothers. So I'm asking them if they got anything to present. This is game, Akhi. Let's call it what it is, Goldie. It's game. You know the brothers. I mean, let's be honest, half our brothers don't remember their name. Get up and don't, He said, call him Mustafa. He said, what? Oh, yeah, that's me. I mean, haqiqatan yani, not in a negative way, but realistically, they're not going to be able to give you that answer. Half of them didn't remember what it was you did. And the absence of the remembrance doesn't indicate that you didn't do nothing. So like you knocking somebody upside the head and they come to, but they don't know it was you. I mean, you didn't do the crime. You're asking the wrong individuals. You know very well that you are. Using a strategy here. Technique. How you going to come and ask the brothers in the masjid? You come for Tawbah, and now that you're here for Tawbah, you want them to bring all their evidence and stuff. You haven't asked Ahmad Najmi what was his evidence. You haven't asked even for Sheikh Faleh his evidence. You don't want to talk to him. You haven't talked to anybody.